Welcome to the Parkinson's Disease Education Show, where we demystify the disease and empower you as the person with Parkinson's disease to reach your true potential. The content contained on this show is for informational purposes only and is not meant to be a replacement for information or advice that you receive from your in-person medical or therapy professionals. If you haven't already, I hope you'll consider subscribing, and for an even more personalized experience, please ask us about our memberships. Now, without further ado, let's start the show. Howdy, folks. Welcome to What's Next Wednesday. I'm your host, Dr. Michael Hyland, and you're watching Parkinson's Disease Education here on YouTube and live on Facebook as well. So welcome, one and all. And the only price of admission is to like this video. As many of you are as live right now, I hope you at least give us that many likes on the video. And if you're feeling extra generous, share it on other social media so that people can see what we're doing here on the channel and the podcast. So I'll get right into it. We're going to be talking about the next upcoming episode of the podcast. That's going to be coming up this Saturday morning, and typically the videos will premiere. The video versions of our podcast premiere Saturday mornings at 8 Central Time US. While I'm getting started and letting people jump on, let me know in the comments if you're watching live, and love to interact with you and show you some love here live on the video. I was going to put up a quick poll during our video today, and I thought that would be kind of fun to do, to kind of test your knowledge, so to speak. As we're going to be, it's related to the topic of our upcoming episode. So let's see. One more option here. Okay, so I'm not going to start the poll yet, but I will momentarily. And so this coming week, new episode is going to be about runny nose and Parkinson's disease, and which does not sound like it should be related whatsoever, but actually they are linked. And there are a lot of people that responded to the poll that I put out there on various topics I was looking to cover in the near future on the podcast. And that was by far the most popular. And people, the way I put it in the poll on YouTube was, or the answer was, why the heck does my nose run like a faucet? And I've known more than one person. I mean, I could name dozens of people, or at least a half dozen right off the top of my head, who had a chronic runny nose, and people that have had Parkinson's disease. And believe it or not, it is linked. And I'm going to discuss that and unpack that a little bit in this next episode. It shouldn't be a very lengthy explanation, but I think it would be worthwhile to understand how it could be linked with PD and why it might happen, and to not be surprised if you have Parkinson's and that happens eventually, or you may already have it and go, oh my gosh, that happens. No wonder I have runny nose all the time. So that's kind of the idea behind that. But I'm going to go ahead and start this poll while we're still talking. And the poll question is going to be found in the live chat. And it just says, this is on YouTube, by the way. If you're on Facebook, you probably won't see this. But it says, what is the medical term for runny nose? And we got 4 answers, and some of them are tongue-in-cheek. So I hope you'll keep that in mind when you see one of the answers. For those of you on Facebook, though, actually, you can put it in the comments on Facebook, and I'll see it here live on the stream. So the answers are 4 choice, multiple choice. So medical term for runny nose, what is it? Is it 1, diarrhea, 2, hemorrhage, 3, gonorrhea, or 4, rhinorrhea? See if you can get that. I'm sure there are some smart cookies watching this that know the answer to this question. And again, some of these are kind of throwaway answers, so I hopefully people will see that and go, oh, that can't be right. But yeah, that is going to be the upcoming topic, and I will let you know the other 2 most popular topics are, I guess, almost split down the middle. Were one that's been on the list for a while, and then a second one that I added on. I guess it's the third, one was kind of why does dyskinesia happen in Parkinson's, or what causes dyskinesia? And the other topic was related to, oh goodness, I'm already blanking on what that was. Well, that's embarrassing. Well, whatever the topic was, I could tell you in a second, but that those two topics will be upcoming in terms of future episodes. I don't know exactly what order that will be in, but I can tell you that oh yeah, here it is. How is Parkinson's diagnosed? That was the other one. That's actually a pretty cool topic, I think. So I hope people will be interested in watching those and learning about that. So yeah, so how is Parkinson's diagnosed and cause of dyskinesia and Parkinson's? Those are the other two. And actually, the how is Parkinson's diagnosed has kind of surpassed the other one in popularity. But 45% of those that answered this poll wanted to learn about runny nose. Believe it or not. So there you have it. So far, three of you have voted in the poll on YouTube, and I see answers there, and I will reveal that to you at the end here. But nobody's commenting live. I'm kind of surprised, other than the poll, which is, I appreciate that. There's 14 of you. I hope 14 of you have liked the video by now. I'm watching you. Hey Pam, you did not mess up. As I mentioned earlier, the Zoom call is at 4:30, so you have another half an hour for that. That's the Parkinson's 101 class that Pam is talking about, and that's for our Parkinson's 101 level members of the channel. But stay tuned, because there's a new cohort that's going to be starting in a brand new version of the class in the beginning of the year. I mentioned this earlier today. And I apologize if my internet's a little choppy. For some reason, it's going in and out this afternoon. So if I go blank for a minute, that's why. But anyway, I'm glad that Pam mentioned that, actually. So while we're still live, I wanted to mention that, and to say that you're welcome. I appreciate you being here live for this one too. That I do want to do a giveaway for those of you who are here. Something that I did a few years ago is just a little ebook that I wrote. It's 5 things that we wish you knew about Parkinson's disease. I kind of look at it as 5 things I would love for people to know, especially right after being diagnosed, because frankly, Parkinson's tends to be kind of a doom and gloom diagnosis for a lot of people. I'm not saying it should be, but that's kind of how the perception is in society. And I think even persons with Parkinson's themselves sometimes have that mindset when they hear that diagnosis, and they're like, oh my gosh, what now? The dread, the unknown also. And so it's just a kind of an overview of 5 things I'd love for people to know. And it's not the end all be all, but it's just a little guide. So if you want a free copy of that, it doesn't cost a cent to do, other than I just would love to have you sign up for it. And so if you comment 5 on this video or in the replay, I will make sure you get a link to, or I will email you a copy of it. I will attach it to that email. And I'd love to send you that if you're interested. So let me go ahead and wrap this poll up. I agree, Pam, it can be depressing. It is depressing, and it can be depressing. But again, I don't think that it should necessarily be that way. And Pam, I got you. Yeah, you commented earlier. I definitely will send that to you. So here's a second time. Well, only 3 votes on the poll, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and end it there. You were 100% correct. Well, I ended it now. I can't see it, but 100% of you, the ones that voted, no, I see the results, said rhinorrhea is the medical term for runny nose, and you all get the gold star because that is 100% correct. And obviously, the other ones cannot be right. Thank goodness runny nose isn't called diarrhea. That would be that would be awful. Oh, sorry, I got to go back over here. No, you are the best. You have been so supportive, and I appreciate you so much, Pam and Mark. And Alan says, welcome, Alan. Thanks for being here live. Need a link regarding runny nose. Oh, you mean, so I think you mean the video for this weekend. So be on the lookout for that, because if you subscribe to the channel or hit the notification bell, you should get a notification when that video is scheduled to premiere, and that will be I don't know if you meant link like the internet link or if you meant a link like a connection, but we definitely we'll talk about that in the video if that's what you mean. I'm sorry if that's what you meant and I misunderstood. But either way, one way or the other, you will understand the link between the two as best I can make it happen with the episode, and then you will be able to get that video access to that this weekend. And if you need a link, I can send you that too. I usually try to share a link to the video in a post. I kind of thought, I wasn't sure, Pam, either if he was being funny, so I don't think he was. I think he was saying he needed either needed to understand the link between the two, or he needed a link to the video. So I'm assuming it might have been the former. It needs to understand the connection. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about. So just know that it could be a potential non-motor symptom of Parkinson's, and we'll kind of go into reasons why and why that might show up. So, all right, well, I'm going to wrap it up here. I appreciate you all being here live, and Pam and everybody who's in the Parkinson's 101 class in our membership. I will see you in a little bit over 15 minutes. And those of you who are interested, anyway, if you have questions about our Parkinson's 101 class, it's going to be called something different, and I'm going to be talking about it more of the first of the year, or leading up to the first of the year. So stay tuned for that. And I will be doing a webinar as well at the beginning of the year, and we're going to discuss that a little bit more. So thank you for being here live. I will catch you next week. And next Wednesday is going to be, well, next Wednesday is Christmas, but I do plan to do a short, quick tip. So it's timely that it's Christmas, because I can do a quick tip and it'll only be like a 5-minute video, so, or 10 or whatever. So I will try to drop a free quick tip next week in our live video, and then we'll be preparing for the new year. So, all right, Pam, we'll see you in a little bit, hopefully, and I appreciate you being here. Look forward to seeing you next week, and for you this afternoon. Everybody else, have a great rest of your week. Be safe out there and be empowered.